When I moved away from home in 2019 to study computer science and maths at university, I found the transition from school life to campus life quite challenging, and I faced disappointing academic results in my first semester. This was quite difficult for me to handle as I had previously been a straight A student in school, and it negatively impacted my confidence and self-esteem. In 2020, my mental health really took a downturn. I struggled with keeping up with online classes, missed assignments, sleep issues, feelings of isolation/loneliness from social distancing restrictions amidst lockdown, a lack of physical activity from being stuck indoors all the time, and overwhelming feelings of hopelessness, like the world was going to end based on the constant exposure to negative news online. I started to feel weighed down by it all to the point where basic tasks like getting out of bed in the morning felt difficult and required a lot of energy. I found I was dreading each day and not really enjoying or looking forward to anything anymore. Initially, the thought of seeking help seemed far-fetched because I was still unsure of what exactly was happening to me and what I was feeling. I felt very alone in my experience and felt like it didn't make sense that I was feeling this way because of internal biases I had, which meant I didn't fit the stereotypes in my head of what mental health issues looked like, so to speak. Fortunately, one plus side of the large amounts of time I was spending online back then was all the mental health related content I was exposed to, which helped me eventually understand and come to terms with what I was experiencing and inspired me to seek help. Initially, that meant accessing my university's mental health services, but I was also able to access counseling services via an external organization that supports young Black and people of color. Receiving those counseling sessions from a counselor of a similar background to me was really helpful as I felt like they could understand and relate to some of the challenges I was dealing with. Throughout this journey, I've learned a lot about myself and mental health, and have picked up various tips and strategies that have helped me improve my overall well-being along the way. Restructuring my routine. I realized I was caught in a cycle where all my time was dedicated to studying, family commitments, or socializing, with only rushed meals and sleep for myself. To fix this, I made sure I carved out quality downtime to rest, not just sleeping, but actually relaxing through activities like reading or listening to a podcast. This dedicated me time was really important for managing my energy levels and preventing the weekly burnout cycles I used to experience. Regular exercise. I've been going to the gym on average 3 times a week for about 3 years now. The physical activity has really helped both my physical and mental health. Any form of movement like walking, swimming, dancing, etc., whatever you enjoy doing can work wonders for overall well-being. Journaling or creative writing. Writing is something that's really helped my mental health. Journaling and creative forms of writing like poetry have helped me with processing my emotions instead of bottling them up, especially negative ones that I felt I couldn't really talk about. Writing for even just a few minutes a day can be a really useful outlet. Therapy or counseling. Having a dedicated space to talk through my emotions with a professional has also been really useful. As a student, your university's mental health service is a good starting point. They can also recommend alternatives like charity-run services offering free or subsidized support. One thing I'd recommend is don't hesitate to advocate for yourself by requesting a counselor who understands your specific backgrounds or experiences. For example, a woman of color if that would make you more comfortable. Knowledge. Understanding mental health from two perspectives: general awareness of symptoms and conditions, plus self-awareness about how these manifest specifically for you. Everyone's experience differs, so recognizing your personal warning signs will help you to address issues before they worsen. This process can take time. It's been a good few years for me, but eventually, as I've learned more, I've become much better at managing my well-being, and in time, you can too. Based on my experience, one of the reasons for the challenges I've faced with my mental health in the past was not recognizing it as important as my physical health. Ultimately, I feel the key to managing our mental well-being involves a balanced, holistic approach that addresses not only our physical needs, but our mental and spiritual ones as well. In other words, a mind, body, soul approach. Mind. Studying, reading, and learning from the world around us. Body. Prioritizing sleep, rest, good nutrition, and regular exercise. Soul. Incorporating spiritual practice. So for me as a Muslim, this means prayer and developing my relationship with God. But it can also be mindfulness, meditation, or whatever works for you. In the end, I've been able to overcome my challenges and significantly improve my mental health. If you're struggling, remember that seeking help is a sign of strength. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself and seek the support you need.